Hi, I'm Shilpa Ghatalia from Yogshakti. I'm going to do a short hip opening sequence today. It's going to help you to be much more mobile. It's going to help you to feel greater freedom in your hip joints. We have a tendency to become really tight in our hip joints. This is where most people have immense tightness. The only thing you're going to need for today's sequence is a strap. And so we're going to get started now, and that's all you need. We're going to start with lying on our back. So come to lying position, and we're going to, let's say if you do this first thing in the morning, you can start by just taking your legs up and taking your arms up and shaking out all that stiffness from your ankle joints, your wrist joints, your toe joints, and your finger joints by just loosening up clockwise a few times and a few times anti-clockwise. Just feeling that freedom in the extremities, waking them up. And then start to feel it in your, start to shake your legs out now and start to feel the thigh bones rolling in the hip sockets. Rolling in and out, in and out, in and out. The entire leg is rolling in the hip sockets. So the entire leg, both legs rolling in the hip sockets. Beautiful. And then slowly start to drop your feet. Bring your feet down, lower your feet down, press your feet down. Just gently starting to prepare to take the weight into your feet as we lift up, we roll up into the pelvic lift. So you're going to start to take the pelvis up little by little. But as you do this, try not to tighten or stiffen your glutes, but keeping a little bit of tone. Try and keep the pelvis as light and free as possible. So now start to raise the pelvis up slightly. As you raise the pelvis up, start to take your shoulder blades, pull them down towards the feet, and raise your arms up. Rest now and just let that cradle, your pelvis be like a cradle rocking from side to side. Just loosen up, loosen up. All the weight, remember, is in your feet. So the pelvis is really light. The pelvis is not heavy. And then just slowly start to lower the pelvis down, little by little. And now place your palms on your belly. Just gather yourself together and feel as if you're breathing into your belly as you inhale and exhale. We're going to use this breathing throughout the sequence. We're going to feel as if on the in-breath the belly gently rises and the out-breath the belly softens. And now slowly bending, releasing the left knee, keeping the left knee bent, release it towards the floor, left knee towards the floor. Start to roll the right leg out, externally rotating the right leg in the hip socket. Out to in a few times. Just feeling that mobility and freedom in that hip joint. This particular joint is a ball and socket joint. It has tremendous mobility, but this mobility is generally restricted because we sit down for long periods of time, or even when we stand or walk. And then slowly from there, take that right leg up again, rolling the right leg. Take your right ankle over your left knee. We're going to go into the reclined leg cradles. Take your right hand through that space between the right and left leg and interlock your fingers at the back of your left thigh. And now slowly start to draw the right shin bone towards your chest. Come back to that breathing that we started with, breathing into your belly. Feeling the belly gently rise and the belly gently contract as you exhale. And then slowly start to raise your head up off the floor. and bring your right shin towards your chest. Remember to keep your shoulders pulling down away from your ears as you do this. Keep drawing that right shin closer to your chest with each exhalation. Come up a little bit more, a little bit more. Draw that shin a little bit more, really feeling your outer hips working. And now slowly take hold of your right heel with your left palm and your right ankle with your right palm. And then extend that left leg out, reach out with your left leg. And keep bringing that right shin towards your chest once again with each exhalation. Try and draw in as if you're embracing that right leg. And then slowly bending your left leg, take hold of the outer edge of your right foot now and release the right knee outside your torso. Really, now if you have any difficulties doing this, feel free to take hold of the strap only if you need to. If you can use your hand, that will be much better, but if you have difficulties with this, feel free to take hold of the strap and feel the right shin is perpendicular to the floor, the right thigh is almost parallel to the floor. So either using your hand or using the strap, and with each exhalation allowing that right knee, using your breath, bringing that knee towards the floor, keeping your left hip grounded at the same time. And now slowly taking hold of the strap now. If you already have your strap, maintain that. And now slowly extend the right leg out to this right side, from stretching from the right knee to the right foot. Feel as if you're rolling the right leg completely out in the hip socket, pointing your toes towards the floor and feeling the stretch through the right hamstrings. And now keeping your left hip pressing down. So try not to let that left hip lift. Try and keep that left hip pressing down. And keeping your left palm on your belly. Come back to your breath and just rest for a moment. Now you could stay here from anywhere from 3 breaths to 10 breaths, depending on how much time you have and how flexible you are. So if you're really flexible, maybe 3 breaths is enough, is adequate for you. And if not, you can stay here for more than 3 breaths and really feel the release of that right leg down with each exhalation. Give ourselves one more breath. And now slowly raise the right leg up to 90 degrees, maintaining the strap around the foot and reaching up, stretching your left leg out. Extend the left leg out now and make sure you have space at that right hip joint. So you can hold the strap either with your right palm or your left palm, but make sure you have space in that joint. So you're not looking to bring the right thigh towards your chest. You're looking on, in fact, to push it away from the chest. Really feeling the stretch through the hamstrings. Flex your feet, push through the heel and pull your toes towards you, both legs. And keep your shoulders down, drawn down away from the ears. Once again, anywhere from 3 to 10 breaths, whatever works for you. And now we're going to take the leg across over to the left side. Again, when we do this, we're going to take the right palm to the right hip, pressing the right hip down. We're going to take that right leg across. As we do this, we're going to bring the left leg towards the right, and we're going to lift the upper chest, upper spine, and twist with the upper torso. So while the right leg is extending over to the left, the chest is moving towards the right. So the belly to the left, the chest to the right, to really feel the twist. The head can either be over the neck, or the head can lift up and turn to the right to gaze at the right arm. So this is again optional, whatever works for you. Once again, breathing into your belly and breathing out from your belly. Anywhere from 3 to 10 breaths, or whatever works for you. Feeling the deep stretch. And then slowly release. Remove the strap and straighten the right leg. And you will notice a significant difference between the right leg and your left leg, between your right hip and the left hip. You can see that my right leg is much longer than my left leg, both in Deepika and myself, and you can notice my right hip is much lower, much more grounded than my left hip. We're going to now repeat the same sequence on the left side. We're going to start with the rotation, external rotation of the left leg, out to in a few times. This is a simple sequence. Once you get familiar with the sequence, it would be ideal if you can do this entirely on your own with awareness. And this is where yoga becomes a powerful tool for cultivating self-awareness, where we really are able to feel what is happening in the body. And now slowly start to take that left ankle over the right knee, pushing the left knee away from you. Interlock your fingers around the right thigh. Keep your shoulders pulling down away from the ears. Resisting with your left leg, so your left leg pushes away from you, right leg moves towards you. And then pressing the ankle, left ankle over the right knee, so that feel the outer hip. Drawing the left shin towards you with each exhalation. And now slowly raise your head up. Keep your shoulders pulling down away from the ears and come up, drawing the left shin towards you, intensifying that. Keep your shoulders away from the ears, bringing the shin towards your chest. And then take hold of your left heel and left ankle with your palms. Reach out through the right leg and drawing that shin towards your chest with each exhalation, as if you're embracing that leg. Reaching out with the right leg. And then bend your right leg at the knee, and then take hold of your left foot, the outer edge of your left foot with your left palm, and start to work on drawing that left knee towards the floor, really opening the groins. Once again, either using a strap or using your palm, whatever feels right for you. The shin is perpendicular to the floor, the thigh is parallel to the floor. Again, coming back to your breath. With each out breath, you will notice there's a natural release that takes place. And now get ready to take the strap, if you don't have one already, and placing it around the left foot. We're going to prepare to take that left leg over to the left side, keeping that right hip grounded, turning the left leg completely in the hip socket, pointing the left foot toes towards the floor. If you need to, you can lift the pelvis to scoop the tailbone and feel the groins open, drawing the glutes towards each other, and really trying to keep that right hip grounded and reaching out through the left leg and turning the leg out completely in the hip socket. So we're really trying to find that full range of movement in the hip joint, as I mentioned before, being a ball and socket joint, you want to really experience the full range of motion there in that leg. This is the perfect way to feel it. Really turning the leg out to the maximum that is possible for you. Once again, you may feel, because of tight hamstrings, the leg is all the way off. So try not to lift the right hip to compensate. Try and keep the right hip pressing down. And now slowly straighten the leg up. Straighten the right leg, straighten the left leg up to 90 degrees. Ground that left hip back. Keep space in that hip joint. Flex the foot, let there be tone. Energize both legs. Keep both legs energetically toned as you reach out through both legs. Keep your shoulders pressing down. And feel your breath. Feel yourself breathing into your belly. Or you can even visualize that the breath moves through the leg if you like. Once again, if you have really tight hamstrings, I recommend you stay and hold this particular stretch for at least 7 to 10 breaths. If not, if you're quite flexible in your hamstrings, you can stay here for 3 breaths. And then start to prepare to take that left leg over across to the right side, drawing the right leg towards the midpoint of the mat and keeping the left shoulder blade pressing down. So try not to let that left shoulder lift up. Keep that left shoulder down and adjust so that you have your belly moving to the right, chest moving to the left. The head can be either over the neck or your head can lift and gaze at the left arm. Once again, feeling the twist here. Breathing into the twist. Enjoying that deep release. Twists are the most wonderful stress busters there are in yoga. One of the best things that yoga offers are twists. They help to remove the toxins, help to eliminate toxins from the body. They work the vital organs such as the kidneys, the pancreas, the liver, the digestive system. They help the spinal nerves. And now slowly take the leg back up. Remove the strap. And now the final pose in the sequence is known as the happy baby pose. This is something we did as babies, taking your palms to the outer edges of your feet and pressing your knees down, keeping your shoulders pressing down. If this is difficult for you, you have 2 options. One is either pressing your palms against your calves or taking hold of the strap again and placing the strap around your feet and releasing. So the best option is to hold the outer edges of your feet, but as I mentioned, if that is not happening for you with ease, feel free to use either of the other 2 options, palms against the calves or taking the strap around the feet. Staying in this final pose from anywhere from 3 to 10 breaths. This posture is also really beneficial for the hamstrings, as I mentioned, the groins, and for you to really feel the breath in your belly. Setting this metronome for your breath in the beginning of the day will help you to be much more connected to your core center. It will help you to feel more energized during the day, more calm, more relaxed, and more focused. And now slowly release, bring your feet together, join the feet together. And you can even press the feet towards each other. Keep your shoulders down and come up. Just lifting up, raising yourself up, opening the knees out as wide as you can, pressing the feet. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Wonderful. And then release the feet down and release your head. Lift the pelvis off the floor now to reset it back and then drop it back down. Really feeling that lovely opening through the groins as I mentioned. And then from there, reaching out with the legs. You can either rest here for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Just feeling gathered. Coming back to a place of stillness within yourself. Noticing your breath. And then preparing to roll over to the right side. Pressing the left palm, right elbow, and coming up to seated position. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're going to really benefit from this just the way I have benefited from it. Thank you, Deepika.